Welcome back, everyone. Rich here. The Founding Fathers are often remembered as larger-than-life figures, visionaries who shaped the birth of a nation. But behind the familiar portraits and famous quotes lie surprising stories that reveal their humanity, quirks, and contradictions. Here are 5 little-known facts about the Founding Fathers of the United States. Fact 1. Benjamin Franklin's pseudonyms and satirical wit. Benjamin Franklin was not only a statesman and inventor, he was also one of America's earliest masters of satire. Franklin wrote under more than a dozen pseudonyms, including Silence Dogood, a fictional widow whose witty letters poked fun at colonial society. He even created Poor Richard, the voice behind Poor Richard's Almanac, to share wisdom and humor with the public. Franklin's playful use of alter egos helped shape early American journalism and public opinion. Fact 2. George Washington's reluctance to lead. George Washington is remembered as the indispensable man, the general who led the revolution and the first president of the United States. Yet Washington was deeply reluctant to take the oath on both roles. He accepted command of the Continental Army with hesitation and actually later tried to retire after the war. When unanimously elected to president, he described the role as an ocean of difficulties. Washington's humility and sense of duty, rather than ambition, defined his leadership. Fact 3. Thomas Jefferson's obsession with gadgets and design. Thomas Jefferson was more than a philosopher and a writer. He was a lifelong tinkerer. At his home in Monticello, Jefferson designed clever devices like the rotating book stand, a copy machine, and a hidden dumbwaiter for his wine bottles. He even designed his own version of the swivel chair, which he did use while drafting the Declaration of Independence. Jefferson's curiosity for invention reflected his belief that progress and knowledge were essential to the thriving republic. Fact 4. John Adams and Thomas Jefferson's unlikely friendship. John Adams and Thomas Jefferson were fierce political rivals. Adams was a Federalist. Jefferson was a Democratic Republican. Their disagreements were so intense that they stopped speaking for years. But in their later years, they rekindled their friendship through letters, exchanging over 150 messages about philosophy, politics, and life. In a remarkable twist of fate, both men died on the same day. Ironically, July 4th, 1826, exactly 50 years after the Declaration of Independence. Fact number 5. Alexander Hamilton's Caribbean origins and meteoric rise. Alexander Hamilton's story begins far from the American colonies. He was born out of wedlock in the Caribbean. Hamilton faced poverty and hardship. His intelligence and determination caught the attention of local patrons who funded his education in New York. Within a decade, he became George Washington's aide-de-camp, a key architect of the Constitution and the nation's first Secretary of the Treasury. Hamilton's rise from obscurity to influence embodied the American ideal of self-made success. The Founding Fathers were not perfect men, but complex individuals, thinkers, dreamers, and innovators who helped shape a new nation. Their lesser-known stories remind us that history is not just about great deeds, but about great human spirit that is behind them. Until next time, I'm Rich, and this has been Richard White Global, where, as always, we get into the past to understand the present.